But moving on to, man, the Eagles clinching the NFC East, man, Saturday night, the game that you totally forgot about, man. Eagles handed the Commanders 29-18 and official locked the NFC East champion. The first time back-to-back in 21 years, division titles for the Philadelphia Eagles taking over. Of course, we break records. This is what we do. Been there, done that kind of attitude. And with this win, what make this week so special? With this win, that means the Dallas Cowboys are eliminated from the playoff. Not only that we won the division, we also kicked them boys out of the playoff. You know, this is a double win for us as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, man. Something to celebrate about. Not much of the beating the Washington Commanders, it is a divisional game, but we also expect to win this game. And Jalen Hurts and the boys come out and play. And Saquon Barkley break loose for 132 yards and big fourth quarter runs. The defense has light out again, man. This is what we do. You know, since the little mini bye, man, I think our defense being unlocked and carrying the offense. The time of the offense is struggling. I see the offense are clicking. We are, yes, you could see. You said it was against the Raiders and the Commanders, but they're also NFL team. And seeing different looks on the offense, seeing the way the ball has been spread around. Jalen Hurts is more on the center, so he's taking off quarterback draws, doing his thing. You know, he don't have to be Superman, but he just had to be more, what's the word, proactive to do more, I guess, when he's needed. You know, back then, a few weeks ago, if the Eagles get let's say a 5-yard holding call, forced start or something, and then we down, like we 10 and 15, that's a long yard for us to pick up. But this past few weeks, I see us going through picking up first downs, going at a first down. Saquon Barkley finally getting the running the game back. I think
Well,
our offensive line started getting healthy again. So this is
I was going to ask you, do you think they finally figured out how to run the ball? Because they haven't been able to run the ball very well, especially with Saquon Barkley all season. Do you think they finally figured out, or they were just playing not good teams?
Well, I think that is the fact that the offensive line started getting healthy and just start clicking. We know Lane Johnson is coming back against Buffalo next week. He's back in practice, and Jalen Carter is going to be back. So, but it's focus on the offensive line, and I think with the injuries out there, people don't spoke about it because the Eagles are so deep in depth with the roster. But you know, I think that also was problem. And though this guy's been playing more football than any other team, making it to the Super Bowl, and things are going to happen. But do we get hot now? What we see moving forward? Buffalo is going to be a test because it's a away game in Western New York. We'll see what goes on from there. But other than that, man, I see chemistry. I see players being happy. I see, you know, we see a lot of different things that we didn't see. I remember last game against the Raiders when Jalen Hurts made some nice play. We scored a touchdown. Nick Sirianni saying to Jalen Hurts, "You like the call? I mean, you like the design, don't you?" So basically, the players were complaining about the offensive coordinator and the play designs. So things have
Right.
started clicking. I hope things have started clicking because we've seen more points now than we did before, which is good. But we're not going to spend so many times on that because against the Chicago, it's against the Commanders. The Commanders really had nothing to play for. But for you, though, bro, man, what went wrong for the Commanders from last year's NFC
Yeah.
championship game to come in here, what, the 4-12 now?
Yeah. I mean, for the sake of the Commanders fans, I would like to believe or think that it was just, injuries, different things happened throughout the season. That's why. Because otherwise, if they were one hit wonder, 1 year wonder, and then they're back to earth, that's not good. But we know they have the franchise quarterback, so I think it was mostly in the injuries, and which is actually surprising because the whole division was down this year. Apart from the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants, they are who they are. You know what I mean? So this was probably the best opportunity for the Commanders to take over this division. Same when New England has done in the FC East. You know what I mean? Like one team has been dominant for so long and they just finally took over. And I was thinking the Commanders this year might be the year because even last year we saw that they played in the what? Didn't they play in the NFC Championship game, right?
Yes, I guess they're huge.
Against the Eagles, which is crazy if you if you think about it that they're this bad this new year. And what's even more disappointing, they made all those big moves in the off season, right? They brought big players there, and everybody was thinking they're gonna take another step ahead, probably reach the Super Bowl. And this was a perfect opportunity because the Eagles are not the same team they were last year. Yeah, they're still winning games, but even Eagles fan will tell you it's not the same team from last year. They're not dominant at all. So you would think this should have been the perfect opportunity for the Commanders to really jump the Eagles and win that division. I think it has to do with the injuries. So we'll see next year when they're really healthy and when they start building that new stadium. Hopefully they're gonna be feeling good and challenge the Eagles next year. Because we know the
I don't
Cowboys.
know. I don't want to give too much excuses about injuries with the Commanders.
What do
You know,
you
this is
so?
you know,
What do you
I
think?
don't
What do you
because
think went
everybody
wrong?
got injuries. You know, they didn't show like you telling me you're missing. Yes, they missed a lot of key players. I
No,
agree.
but you
But this is an
them
18-game season. You perform like this all season.
but they missed the most important player. That's the quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, it's hard.
Maybe the head coach need to start looking at the head coach, see if he's the right guy.